You are one of the longest tenured Owls in this inaugural season in NoCo. What kind of transformation or changes have you seen with this team over the course of these past few months?
I definitely have seen a lot of growth in guys' leadership on the field, especially. Obviously, we're on the younger side. We got a lot of guys fresh out of college. So it's been really cool to see everyone adjust to the first year of pro ball. I mean, it's my first year of pro ball, so it's definitely been exciting.
On August 20th in Ogden, you became the first player in NoCo history to reach 100 hits. And on top of that, you also lead the team in batting average, RBIs, and runs scored. What do you attribute to your success with the team so far?
I think just knowing your role. So I know I'm not a guy that's going to hit 20 home runs. So, I mean, I've got 3, but when guys are on base, I can drive them in. I'm regularly leading off getting hits, so it's nice to kind of set the table, kind of be a spark for us in the sense of when you are expected to get a hit, just kind of give us that inning that we need to blow it open, or if we're down, to be able to attribute something to get us going, give us that positive energy, just keep it rolling.
And you have done such a great job of keeping that spark alive. Your personality really shines through with the team, and I think a lot of people have taken to you, as a leader. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, playing shortstop every day, it's kind of your role to be the leader on the field. So I think I've taken quite a bit of pride in that my whole career. I think it's kind of come very naturally to me. Luckily, I mean, I was a captain in college, captain in high school. I had a lot of really good coaches growing up, so I kind of learned how to be a leader on the field and off the field as well. Just kind of bringing everyone together.
A lot of fun today. A lot of fun, baby.
Most people would describe you as gritty, hardworking. Gritty is a word that I hear a lot used for you. Where do you think that comes from?
I think a lot of it comes from where I live. Being in the Northeast, it's cold all the time. You never complain about playing in the cold. So early in the year, it's like 20 degrees when you step out on the field. So you're playing on fields that are beat up, never been dragged, all that type of thing. So you learn to deal with bad on-field stuff that you can't control. So the things that you can control, like attitude, effort, all that, make me the player that I am. So just being able to get the job done.
You mentioned growing up on the East Coast. You're an East Coast kid, being born and raised in Massachusetts, going to St. Bonaventure in New York, with the Newark Pilots in New York. What was your first impression of Colorado when you got here, and how was the adjustment to maybe the altitude or the city or the people?
Definitely the elevation was a huge adjustment. Being able to breathe while you're playing, whole different ball game. Like never thought, like we work out all off season, every single day pretty much. So you come in, you're like, oh, I'm in pretty good shape. And then you run 10 sprints in Colorado and you're out of breath for 20 minutes. So getting your body to adjust to that was definitely a big one.
At St. Bonnie's, you wore number 4. Now you're number 7. Are there any significance with those numbers?
Every team I ever played on, I wore number 4. So this was like the first team I played for, really. I didn't wear number 4. Older guy came in, went out of spring training. He wanted number 4. He wore number 4. You got to bite the bullet. But number 7's treated me pretty well, I'd say.
So are you jealous now that Euro snatched that up from you?
Well, actually, I took 7 from Euro. And because it was the only jersey that fit me when I got in the locker to pick my jersey up. So I was like, oh, well, I guess comes full circle.
How were you scouted and invited to play for the Owls? I understand that Corey Snyder called you up.
Yeah, so I went to a camp for 10 days in Florida, and Cash Beecham, the manager of Ogden, actually told me about the Owls and new team, and he said Corey Snyder was going to be the manager. So I was talking to my dad, and my dad was like, oh, big leaguer, like long-time big leaguer. So Corey ended up giving me a phone call, inviting me out to spring training. It's funny because I was a Gold Glove infielder pretty much my whole career, and then I got out here and now I'm hitting so well that my defense is underplayed now.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, they didn't expect me to hit this well, but I mean, it works for me, so why not?
Who is Kevin Higgins, the person and the player?
Oh, Kevin Higgins, the person and the player all in one?
You can do it separately.
I mean, I think you could ask any of the guys. I'm pretty fun to be around. I like to have fun. I like to joke around. But I also know when it's time to work, when it's time to put in the work, when it's time to go do your job, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, just kind of fun, electric guy. Get it.
What will you take away from this experience this season?
It's definitely no joke of a grind. So I know that's a pretty common thing around minor league baseball, professional baseball, even up to the major league level. It's a lot of games, more than most of us have ever played before. So definitely, it's been an awakening experience as far as what to expect coming next year, playing, whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else. So yeah, just being able to prepare myself for that.